This week we made patterned polymer clay using polymer clay canes, which is a super fun technique that I absolutely love. But first we need to thank 1000 because he featured us in his random character generator challenge video. There were 380 amazing artworks produced for the challenge, and very few were selected for the video, and we were chosen. And not only did he say very kind things about the artwork, but he was also really complimentary of the video. I am not at all confident about my editing skills, and I really respect his editing skills. So he said he watched the whole video, and I was just like, what? I don't know. And then his amazing community came out, and they've been commenting, and they've been so sweet.
I was like, what?
I was honestly kind of surprised because we're just this tiny channel and 1000 is 1000.
Yeah. Thanks, Tenhan.
Thanks.
Thanks, Han.
So we're making canes out of polymer clay. Canes is where you make tubes of a pattern. It's similar to making hard candy with patterns, or like taffies with the pattern inside of them, or the cookie dough that has the extruded pattern inside of it. So right now I am making a flower. So I started with just kind of a little log of the light pink, and then I surrounded it by a flat bit of dark pink. And now I have a little tube of yellow, and I'm going to take 6 little tubies of my dark pink surrounding light pink little bullseyes. And those are going to be the petals, and I'm going to add a darker purple outline to them.
Ooh.
That's just this really skinny sheet that I'm sticking to one side. And then I put them all around the yellow thing and then squished it carefully to kind of stretch it out. And then you can roll it. And then you can take a razor blade and slice it up, and you get these cool little slices that have the pattern.
Yay.
So back when I used to do this in college, I would roll everything out with a marker. I just used a marker like a rolling pin. But now we have a pasta roller, so it's a lot easier, and you can control the thickness of the clay, which kind of makes the whole process so much faster and easier. This is making a leaf. So I started by layering lighter to darker greens, and then I squished it to make it an oval shape, sliced it into pieces, and now I'm putting thin pieces of black in between each of the sections and sticking it back together again.
Yay.
And once it's together, you cut it on a diagonal, just like this. You can flip one side and you get that cool V that leaves have.
Nice.
But before you actually stick it together, you put another piece in the middle. So then you've got that vein down the middle. But that gives you the veins of the leaves. And then for this one, I put a skinny piece all the way around the outside to give it an outline also. And it's the same process. You can roll it out to round, and then you can just pinch each individual slice to give it a little point if you want a point. And you can bend the point in different directions to give you some cute little leaf patterns. I love how the leaves came out.
I was wondering how you did that.
So once you've got your canes, the logs of pattern, then you can slice them up, and you can use the little slices to decorate all kinds of things like beads. And we made animals, little bitty elephants and giraffes and dinosaurs and things with them a few years ago.
I like how those turned out.
I'm making a fishy.
Sam made a fish. What are you doing right here?
I'm making a little rolly thing. Cane. That's what it's called.
Yeah, I was super impressed with this cane because, once again, I had sort of vaguely explained things, and we did do it a year and a half ago. So you do have some experience, but I didn't help you with this, and you came up with the methodology to make this heart-shaped fish scale situation all by yourself. This is the squishing it against the table to get those sharp points. And look at that. It's amazing. It turned out so well. So then we stuck some orange around it and we made this cane that was the fish scale cane. And you made a little blobby fish shape. And then I helped put the little fish scales on because you were having trouble. But this is the little fish body and those are the little fish scales. Man, you did a good job making that cane. I'm so impressed.
Now I'm poking holes for where the eyes are gonna go.
With the ball stylus?
Yeah.
Helps the eyes stay put, huh?
And I also put freckly.
Yeah, you gave your little fish little freckly cheeks, and they're so cute. That was from another cane that was from Ty's project.
The purple one I made, and I had to kind of think out the colors for all the canes for mine.
Yeah, that's what you do. So you have blue and purple swirly pupils for the eyeballs. And then you added some little white highlights on those eyes.
Yeah, I was going for cutesy.
Yeah, cutesy. What's this?
I'm adding the little mouth and the eyelashes.
Yep. So you made little snakes of clay and stuck them on there.
I'm making the back fin.
The tail.
Yeah, the tail. I like it. It's super cute.
It turned out how you wanted it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's really good. You put so much detail on that face.
Yeah, it's adorable.
It's super adorable.
Yeah.
Good work, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I am making mushrooms.
Yep.
But I wanted to make the classic red with white spots, but the red was just kind of infecting everything with red.
Oh yeah, the red clay turns every color of clay next to it red. It'll turn your tools red. It's very insidious.
So I decided to make the indigo milk cap,
Classic Tyler.
which is a blue mushroom.
It's featured on this channel. This will be the third time.
Yep.
You're a big fan.
I mean, pretty blue mushroom.
Yeah, it is. It's a pretty blue mushroom. Can't go wrong. Then you covered the bottom with another chunk of clay
With the gills.
and little sneakies for the gills. And mushed it in the middle. And then you made the stems and you gave them their little mushroom flair.
Yeah.
I think that they turned out so cute. You made the really cartoony clay mushrooms for our Altoid tin dioramas last year, and these have so much more detail this time around. It's insane. These ones look like actual mushrooms.
So here I am again doing the gills, this time with different colors because it's a different mushroom.
So cute.
I think they all turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I love these little mushrooms. So we stuck in some loops in some of them so that you can make them into earrings or hang them on a necklace. I totally didn't steal any to stick on the top of my skull, but I was tempted because they're very cute. I was experimenting. I tried to make butterflies. So I'm making some canes to be the different parts of the wing pattern. This one ended up looking like a tuna roll. It started out looking like a combo where it was just the orange and the yellow, and then now it looks like a tuna roll where it's got the black on the outside and the white. So it looks like rice and nori. Tuna roll. So once I had the red and orange ones, I squished them like little feathery shapes, and then I stuck all these little roundy guys on. And what I was trying to do was get one chunk of a butterfly wing in one cane. So this one was really wide boy, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it to stretch out, but it was the exact same process, just kind of carefully squishing it and stretching it and trying to keep all of the edges consistent, and then eventually rolling it out. And even though it started out so gigantic, the little slices actually still held onto all of the colors and the patterns and turned out amazing.
Look at the butterflies.
I like how those turned out.
This is the little ends of the clay pieces. When you make the cane, the ends typically kind of don't turn out exactly right. They end up squished out. And so those parts I usually twist up and I make little snail shapes.
Nice.
This is how to make a bead. You just cut the little slices and you can stick them on a clay ball and then you roll them. And then you stab them and make a hole. And then it's a clay bead with a beautiful design on it, and you can make a whole lot really quickly. We made a bunch of beads in the last video too.
Ooh.
This is the only bead I made in this one. I decided to make a skull to put all of my flowers and leaves on because I wanted a shape that was not as cutesy as the slices were, but also simple to sculpt and kind of organic. It's Earth Day, so we're doing some earthy things. Why not sculpt a skull? So I kind of sculpted it roughly out of aluminum foil so that it would be lighter weight and so I could use less clay, and then covered that in a thin sheet of clay. Should have been thicker because I'm shoving all of those little slices in there, and it would have been nice to have more thickness to sculpt and also to shove the little slices into. So, I'm beating them up with a ball stylus, smoothing things out, using a dental exploring tool to make teeth, which I thought was really funny. Seems appropriate. And then I used this little roundy guy to do the tops of the teeth. And it cuts in too far in some places, but that's easy to smooth over. And this gives you sort of a consistent shape. So I baked all of the slices for the skull, which you guys didn't do for your projects. You didn't pre-bake the slices, but I was kind of going for like a mosaic look. So I wanted the slices to kind of maintain their shapes a little more and their structural integrity a little better and not squish. So I pre-baked them. And that's the first time that I've actually done it that way. I've always had the slices be squishy, just like it is with you guys' projects. And it was an interesting change of pace. And I think it worked really well for this project, but for you guys' projects, for sure, the squishy ones were better.
Did you make the blue and white streaky marbly on purpose?
I did. I was kind of going for sky, but also we didn't have a whole lot of blue clay. So I kind of was like, well, we're just clouds. It's clouds.
Clouds.
So I stuck all of my little leaves and flowers and things on here. The blue spirals are actually from Tyler's project. You made those.
Yep.
So I got the benefit of leftovers. Once I shoved in all of the little slices, then I baked the skull, and then I painted the skull to bring out all of the shadows. So like under the jaw on the sides of the head, and then around the teeth and in the eyes and in the nose. Then it was finished, and I love how it turned out. I think it turned out super cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where I was headed with that one, but it worked out in the end.
I had fun with this project.
Me too.
Me 3.